So we've got a package, and it's actually kind of wide too. So been waiting for this for a little bit over a month because Customs wrote on here special hold and held it for 7 days.
It's longer than that.
So yeah, and then UPS decided to drive it across country instead of, you know, put it on a plane like, you know, Postal does and flying it. I don't know. But it's here now. The only thing I can think of why it took about a month is because they probably had to make this sword. So let's get it open and see what's inside. Use my Kami knife because these knives are awesome to have. And finding the seam on this box is so easy to catch, which is really nice. So problem is, I have Mr. Hurley. All right. Oh yeah. And just so everybody knows, even though this is a wide box, there's only one sword in it. Normally you would get something like this when you have 2 swords in it. So what could it possibly be? Is the question. All right, there's that. That should make everybody just wait. But that'd be kind of cruel. Okay, so everything's sticking. Oh yeah, this is definitely one they would have 2 swords in because you have a little piece of styrofoam that sits in here to take up the room. So let's get this baby out of here. The plastic wants to stick, or the tape wants to stick to the plastic here. And there we go. And I got styrofoam everywhere. Okay. So here it is so far. Kind of a nice bag. It's got Chinese calligraphy or kanji on it. So, some people don't like these bags. I like them. And before we go any further, let's get the handle unwrapped here. Gonna need our nice little knife again. Oh, cool. I think we got it all. Yep, we did. All right, so let's get this baby out of here. Ooh. So here it is, right there. A tachi, which we don't have in our collection. just yet. Oh, crap. So, this is real leather. The hangers are actually real leather. It's not like really thick leather, no, but it's actually real leather. It's not, well, what we will all call pleather. So, and underneath the main wrapping of the saya, it's actually got a design underneath, which is kind of cool. Now, the fittings are just alloy fittings, of course, not high-end fittings. So, and caveat, this big wrapping right here that you see, you're supposed to untie this, and this is what ties to your waist, so you can hang the tachi. So that's what all this is for. You untie this big bundle right here, and then you wrap it around you and you tie it so it can hang off of you. That's what all that's about. So let's get to the blade. Now, obviously with this, you don't really push with your thumb on this, because when you draw it like that. Hence why tachis have a metal fitting at the koruguchi, so you don't cut through it. That's the reason why they have a metal fitting, because you're drawing it edge down, not edge up. Oh. Okay. Let's wipe this baby down. There's a lot of oil on this thing. I can smell the oil. It has so much on it. It's crazy. This thing feels way, way different in the hands too. Holy crap. The weight distribution in this is literally right here. Now, I've heard in European swords all the weight distribution goes into the handle, and well, I don't know because I don't have any, not yet. But yeah, the blade, it doesn't feel heavy. You feel the weight right here. This is where you feel the weight. You don't feel any weight on the blade itself. That's weird feeling. So it makes it feel nimble in the hands. Even though you feel this weight in your hands here, it's not like a bad thing. And of course you have where you would put a tassel right there. That's what that's all about. Let's see, edgewise. It feels like it's got an edge. I'll have to get something paper and see how sharp it is. Let's see how straight this blade is. The blade looks fairly straight. Nothing wrong with it. Oh yes, here we go. Bug Cave magazines are good for something. Alright, so let's see how sharp it is. It can use a sharpening. Yeah, it can use a sharpening. That's okay. It does have an edge. Just not super sharp. So, now, blade material. This is a through-hardened T10 blade. That's what it is. Okay. Now people are going to go, why didn't they differentially harden it if it's T10? Because when you differentially harden, it's normally more money for it. So this runs $159. for this guy. And the handle goes with the blade, as you can see. This has about a 1 1/4 sori. So this has got that massive sori on the back side of it. It feels comfortable in the hands. And looking at it, you do have manukis in it. Let me resheath this. Okay. So, oh, that thing locks. I mean, that thing really locks in. Let me see if I can't get one here. So here's the manukis right there. You can see it. But underneath the wrapping, again, they have a design underneath it. So it's not Samigawa. It's like a sook design put underneath it, which I think is really cool that they did that. And the tachis they had a lot of embellishments on them. Just like the fittings on the saya. So basically, this fitting that they have on the saya right here, I don't know the name of it, so don't ask, helped kept the saya from splitting. Same with the bottom. That's why they put the metal piece there, because this would be attached to your hip, like I said, blade down. You're on a horse, so it's bouncing around, smacking against the horse, or if you're in battle, that way it doesn't split your saya open. Because these rice glue doesn't hold as well back then, and plus the temperature would fluctuate. It fluctuates in Japan. It can get really, really humid there in certain regions. So what they did was they reinforced them. They even got the metal fittings here and here. But that's really cool, because a lot of times people they use pleather, phony leather, but this is actually real leather. How do I know? Because I actually sometimes work with leather. But everything, it has adornment with some type of figure or emblem, I should say. The saya looks like it's well done. It has a little bit of stuff right here, like it's glue, but it just rubbed right off. Probably when they put the fitting on, there's like glue residue right here, which wipes right off. Overall, it doesn't look bad at all. It's got a big ol' the guard on it is a good size. So it's got a good size guard on it, and it's about mediocre thickness. So do not see the Mikugi pegs. Oh, I feel it. Yep, I feel the Mikugi. There it is. Found it. So the Mikugi peg is right there. Right in there. So you can take this apart. They just covered the sides up with Ito. The Ito wrap. But I'm probably never going to take this handle off anyways. It's got a good fit. Good grip. The handle, let's actually check out the Koraguchi first. That's pretty clean. So the Koraguchi, let me turn my light on. There we go. So the Koraguchi mouth is fairly clean. It really is. And you get a better look. Even the leather part has adornments on it. So not too bad, I must say. But it's a pretty damn wide blade too. It's not like a small blade. It's pretty wide. The Kisaki, it's okay done. Not the best, but it's not the worst neither. So let me see if I can't get that in there now. Right there's the Mikugi peg. The other one's up here underneath some Ito wrap. Oh, yeah, found it. It's right there. So it's kind of hard to see him. So, who's the maker of it? Man, that thing just locks right in. So this is made by SJ. Now I'm going to try and pronounce this correctly. It may not be. Jian is the name of the company. Okay. Now, if they do have a website, so if you go to the website and you look for this sword right here, you will not find it. And that's because this is made exclusively for Amazon. They do have other ones, but they don't have the deep sori like this has got. And if you see, if you look at it, starting from the end here, that handle just follows it really, really good. Like I said, it actually goes with the curvature. It does. It's not like an uchi katana where it's straight. The handle's straight and then the blade curves. So, and this is a 27.5-inch length blade. Hang on, I'll find out. Is it a perfect sword? No, it's not. It's not perfect. So to the hibaki, it's 27.25. With the hibaki is 28.5. So yeah. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and check the sori. I need a flat surface. Here we go. So the sori, oh crap. So the sori on this is 1.5. Is the sori, not 1.25. I was mistaken. So this has got a hell of a sori on it. Now, some people say, oh, a curved sword doesn't help you that much in cutting. Yeah, they do. Because it's curved, no, it's not going to auto-align for you when you cut. But there's other advantages to having a sword like this that has such a curve to it. And it's, if you look at like a lot of swords from India, they get crazy curvatures on them. And that's for good reasons why. Like, if you have a shield, someone's holding a shield, and I'll do a video on this. If somebody has a shield, well, if you put this on the shield, you can stab somebody around the shield a lot easier if you have a curved to the blade than with the straight blade, because then you really have to raise your arm up, whereas this, you just, you know, it's not going to take much, and you can get around the shield too. So that's a plus when it comes to swords that have a curvature. You can do it with an uchi katana too, because it has that curve, but the more curve it's got, the more you can get around things. So that, everybody, is the tachi from jian. Like I said, don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Let's see here. Oh yeah, it's almost 11-inch handle. So that's going to work out nice. So the handle's just, yeah, it's like 10 3/4. So from the Suba to here, it's like 10 3/4. My sweet spot's 11.5 for a ska, but that's okay. But yeah, this thing is nice. I'm liking it. I have really yet any complaints. Of course, I haven't tried cutting with it yet, so we'll have to see how it performs. And I'm probably going to have to sharpen it up a bit too before anything, because it does need a better edge. It really, really does. But we didn't have a tachi in our collection yet. And wow. So yeah, you would literally just pull a sword out like that, because you'd be on horseback, and normally there were 32-inch long blades, because if you're on a horse, you need that length to strike somebody down. So there was actually some tachis that were never used historically. They were never drawn. Didn't have to. So, but yeah, this sucker, holy crap, it's pretty damn nice. And it's got a nice, the mune is fairly nice, has a nice distal taper to it, but it's still got some meat to it. It really does. So the base, so the blade is 1 1/4 and 1 inch, just about at the tip. So pretty standard width blade. But yeah, this thing, I have a feeling it's going to cut really, really good. There's a slight gap just right there, which, I mean, trying to get a perfect fit when you have your whole thing, even the handle, going with the curvature is kind of a bear. So this is actually the second sword we've gotten from this company. The first one was my wife's Tonto. That's Unukubi. And that thing came razor sharp. This, not so sharp. It does have an edge. Not much of one though. So, gonna have to put one on it, which is okay. I think I'm gonna have some fun with this. And that's all I have for you guys. So, you can just hear that lock. We will see y'all later. And hopefully I get some cutting in. Probably not today because it's raining again. Been doing that off and on all day here. So, see you guys later.